Good morning and welcome to Guidepost. This is a segment for us to find a little bit of peace, of quiet, a little bit of meditation, perhaps a different point of view from our crazy days and our crazy lives. And we are all trying to change, evolve on the go at the same time that we are working, paying taxes, taking care of kids, taking care of family. And at the same time, we are evolving. Many years ago, it was different. We took time for that. We took time for evolution, for growth, for change. We went to college, and when we were going through college, well, we left our regular life aside. We were just studying, and our parents were taking care of us, if that was the case. Or when we were going to school, our parents were taking care of us, and we were learning something. We were changing within us, and we were experiencing the world. Nowadays, we are changing, we are evolving, we are growing at the same time that we have to do everything else. We have to go to work, we have to pay taxes, we have to please our bosses, we have to take care of our parents, we have to take care of our kids. And at the same time, we have to do all those many changes. And that's where Guidepost comes like a point of peace, a point of balance, a point of clarity. And I hope that today's segment is of some help. So let's begin with the phrase of the day. We always have a phrase of the day at the beginning. And the phrase of the day is by Friedrich Nietzsche. And I hope that that's the right pronunciation. I'm sorry if I am not pronouncing it right. Friedrich Nietzsche, German philosopher from 1844 to 1900. 1844 to 1900. And this is his phrase. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. We are on the letter C. We are still continuing the letter C, and the two words that we are going to experience today is convictions. Because when you remove the end of convictions, you have the word convict. So if we have too many convictions, we are convict of them. That's what I chose this phrase from this German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche. When we have too many convictions, we become convicts. We are supposed to flow more easily. We are supposed to be more like children. Children want to play today with a car that they have in front of them, or with a stick, or with a ball, or with a doll. They just want to play. They don't have convictions about what they should do, what they might do, how is it going to affect somebody else, or how is it going to affect me. They are just freely exploring the world and life. And with time, because there are so many dangers around us, of course, we have to learn how to travel this life. We have to learn not to touch electricity. We have to learn not to touch a hot stove. We have to learn how not to fall from the roof of the house. So as kids, we are learning a lot of not to. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. And in that learning on how to travel on the world, how to live life, we develop some convictions. Some of them are good, others are not so. Not to touch a hot stuff is a good conviction. But there are many others that are more in the ethereal mean that are not so good convictions to have. So A conviction, you can become a convict of a conviction. And that is the part that we are evolving right now. That is the part that we, all of humanity, is trying to overcome. Right now, let's say that I had the conviction that I was born in this party, or in this gender, or in this job, or in this profession. So that's a conviction. But if I say, hey, do I have to continue belonging to this party? Do I have to continue belonging to this nationality? Or do I have to continue belonging to this profession? Do I have to continue belonging to this group? Do I have to continue belonging to this dancing group? As soon as we question that, we don't have to stop doing it. But just the point of questioning, should I continue belonging? Should I continue belonging? Should I continue belonging? Should I continue belonging? Just the point of making ourselves that question, that's a point of evolution. It's a point of growth. It's a point of change. We are not changing the conviction yet, but we are already questioning. And that questioning is a powerful, powerful step on our personal evolution. As we continue to grow, as we continue to change, there are going to be more convictions that have to remain fluid, have to remain changeable, and we are becoming more and more and more like children. It is funny because we are becoming more like a careful child that knows when not to touch the stuff, the hot stuff, when not to touch electricity, how not to get on top of a tree and jump from the tree and break an arm or a leg. So we are learning to enjoy life in a simpler way. The conviction that we had to have a fancy car to be happy, that's been questioned. The conviction that I had to have a big house full of things to be happy, that is being questioned. Just the point of questioning a conviction is already a huge part of the evolution. So, how did we get to so many convictions in our lives? That's life itself. That's life itself. If I had been born in Africa, I would be speaking some African language. If I had been born in Asia, I would be speaking some Asian language. So life on itself puts me on a place and gives me this language, this culture, this music, this dance, this food, these games, and we identify with them, which is okay, but at some point we are going to travel. We are going to leave the house where we were born. We are going to leave the city where we lived. We are going to leave the family where we were raised. We are going to leave the job that we had. We are going to leave the school that we went to. And as we evolve and we grow and we change, all of these preconceptions now come into question. Should I continue dancing this way? Should I continue playing this game? Should I continue doing this belief? Should I continue doing this other thing? And it is mostly because of time constraints. It is not because we want to change on purpose. It is mostly of time constraints. And that's how we begin to evolve. It's like, okay, I like playing soccer day and night, but now I have to work and I have to pay bills. So if I am working and paying bills, now I have to reduce the amount of time of playing soccer. But I also like my bicycle, and now I have to leave the bicycle because I have to work and pay the bills. So we begin to change our beliefs because of life urgencies. But now we are in a different point. Now we're changing deeper things within us, and it's painful. it brings up to something that we are suffering today, and it's called anxiety. It's a lot of anxiety around us. It's a lot of anxiety within us, and we have to learn to live without anxiety because it's giving us too many problems, health issues, violence, and we see those explosions of violence everywhere. We are in day 330, I think, of year 2022, and there has been 660 mass shootings. 330 days of the year and 660 mass shootings, almost 2 per day. So that violence, that anxiety that we have is being managed in a way that is not so graceful. We can be graceful managing our anxiety. We can be graceful in this process of transformation. We can be graceful in this process of change. Yes, we need more free time than we think. We need to take more walks. We need to take another walk. We have to take another walk and another walk. And we have to get more on silence with ourselves. And on that silence, we may say, maybe this conviction is time to release it. Maybe I don't need 3 cars. Maybe I don't need to take 6 vacations a year. Maybe I don't need to send my kids to this school. Maybe I don't have to give my kids this item and this item and this item and this item and this item. So I can be more relaxed within myself and I can travel my process of evolution, my process of change. And the process of change is mostly we are leaving convictions behind, and it is painful. How come that I cannot watch as many football games as before? Because I was used to see every single football game. How come that I have to reduce the amount of fantasy football that I have in front of me? How come that I have to reduce the amount of baseball games that I see? How come that I have to reduce the amount of fantasy baseball that I was playing? How come that I have to see so many basketball games? How come that I have to reduce the amount of fantasy basketball that I was playing? Yes, we have that many distractions. We have that many distractions. We move from football to basketball to baseball to golf to the other one. And there is no time for yourself. When you are removing convictions, the only thing that you are going to find is yourself. That is the scary part. That is why we have so much anxiety, because we are scared to find ourselves. And what is inside? What is yourself? What is that thing that you are scared to find? It is simplicity. It is beauty. It is grace. You are a child. You are a child. Yes, you want to see some football. Yes, you want to see some baseball, but there is something within you that has to be explored. There is something within you that has to be reached. Might be jogging, that might be your thing. Might be walking, that's your thing. Might be painting, that's your thing. Might be sculpting, that's your thing. Might be carpentry, that is your thing. But there are so many things within us that we have to find, and we are afraid to go within. We are afraid, and that draws a lot of anxiety. So we are watching TV, lately it is the overuse of electronic devices that is separating us from ourselves. We don't have time to be with ourselves, and that creates some anxiety because energy always wants to evolve. A person always wants to evolve. A child doesn't want to stay a child all the time. We want to change, we want to grow. And at some point in our life, in our beliefs, we thought change is going to be simple. going to go to school. Then from school, I am going to go to the next school and to the next school and to the next school and then to work. And then I'll get a car and I'll get a house and I get a bigger car and a bigger house. That's how we saw evolution. We saw it in that simple way. And now, change is here. And it's like, no, you are not that. You are not just one degree, one job, one mortgage, and another mortgage. You are more than that. And we're beginning to see how we change. COVID brought us to new experiences. Yes, we had to be on our houses, but a lot of people began to travel to national parks. Now they began to embrace hiking. A lot of people began to embrace hunting, being outside, swimming, just being out in nature. And that being out in nature brought something new. A new change, a new perspective, a new way to see things. And then COVID is leaving. And when COVID leaves, we are trying to go back to what we had before. And we are finding that that before is not there. And we think that I am going to work from 8 to 5. I am going to do this activity that I used to do, and the activity is not there. And that thing that you used to like is not there. And it's both ways. It's not only that that activity is not there, but in reality, we are not there either. I remember after COVID, between COVID, in the middle of COVID and after COVID, I was trying to do the same thing. I was trying to go to work 8 to 5, do all of the course that I had to do, talk with all of the people that I had to talk. I was forcing myself to do the things that I had always done. And I was mad with myself. These people didn't answer the phone, and if they answered the phone and they gave me whatever I was buying or trying to implement in the company or trying to put this software to work, and I had to buy some software and implement it on the company, and I was like, but is it really worth it? Is that software, that implementation, really worth it? Are we making more money? Is it reducing our time? Is it making us better providers? And the answer was no. No. I was on my conviction that I needed more software to do more things, and in reality, it was not giving a better outcome, not for the customers, neither for the company. So how that conviction had to be reevaluated? It turned out doing nothing was better than implementing all of those softwares that I was trying to do. There was a simpler approach. That was my case. For a person, might be something different. But the point is, we are changing. And when we look within and we say, oh my God, that software that I bought really wasn't needed. Tell you the truth, is bringing more problems than solutions, is more an obstacle than a help. Then you begin to wonder and to question everything. Is even my job needed here? And now I am working far less hours. I have the time to do this segment with you. And I have the opportunity to read beautiful phrases that bring some clarity to myself. And I love to share that beautiful phrases and words with you, so we all evolve together and we all change together. Yes, there are a lot of anxiety, and believe it or not, the anxiety is created by the convictions that we hold. We have to release some convictions. look at the political polarization of the planet. You think that we are polarized in the USA? It's everywhere. It's the same thing in every single country. It's not here. We have this conviction that we have to belong to this party or to this other party. There is not a fluidity or evolution of convictions. We are in polarization of so many issues. Oh, you want to use coal, or you want to use windmills, or you want to use solar panels. So everything is being polarized, absolutely everything. So what we have to live are our convictions. Be more fluid, be more graceful, be more open. One of the convictions that I invite you to live is, please dance more. Dance more. When you are dancing, you are following the rhythm of the music. In order for you to follow the rhythm of the music, you have to live a conviction. Oh, I don't have any rhythm. Oh, I have to left foot. Oh, I am not good at dancing. Oh, I am not good at allowing the energy around me to move me. So I invite you to dance. I invite you to dance because it's the simplest way where you are holding to a conviction. You are holding to a conviction that because you are manly, you cannot dance. Because you are skinny, you cannot dance. Because you are tall, you cannot dance. Because you are fat, you cannot dance. You are holding to too many convictions. Just dance. Listen to the music. Follow that rhythm. Be funny. Just dance. The music is a vibration. That vibration has a message of joy, of clarity, of just being free. Just be free. And when you dance, even take dance classes. I mean, you are removing a heavy conviction that has been placed on us. Oh, we should not dance. That is seen as something bad or not manly, not professional. There are so many things. So one simple conviction that I invite you to live is the conviction that you cannot dance. And then once you leave that conviction, you were a convict of that. Now you're going to be freer in another convictions to release. Polarization of our country and all of the planet, and politics. We have to leave that conviction. That is not giving us anything. We are not gaining anything. We are all divine human beings. We are all beautiful human beings. We are all sacred human beings. We are all brilliant, gorgeous, divine human beings. And that's what we are discovering. And those convictions are keeping us from that. Open your heart, open your body, open your arms to dance, and let dance move you to the next conviction that was holding you convict. Let dance be the first point where you leave a belief that is holding you back. Yes, that neighbor next to you that doesn't think like you, that doesn't believe like you, is not too different from you. He wants the same things. He wants joy, he wants laughter, he wants grace. So do you. You want joy, we want laughter, we want grace. So let's allow our convictions to be removed. Let's allow that beautiful, divine, bright light that we have within to shine again. It was hidden from ourselves. It has been always within us. It has been always inside us. Let us that light shine. Let's remove convictions that were holding us convict. Let's embrace love, joy, grace, fluidity. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.